Yesterday we spoke of single pointed focus, right? Whatever it is that you have desired, whatever it is that you have dreamed of, you must give it your unwavering focus, single pointed focus. When you do it, your life becomes extremely simple, and beauty lies in simplicity, right? You do not have to worry about multiple options as you have a single pointed focus. You do not see anything else. Nothing else exists for you, isn't it? Now, whatever it is that you have dreamed of, you must check your energy leakages. What are your energy leakages in thoughts, in habits, in actions? I'll speak about myself. My energy leakage in thought is I have got a lot of time and I am intelligent. I will somehow make it. All all my life decisions have turned out to be not very productive, not very rewarding. Yet at the age of 30, I somehow believe that I am intelligent and I will make it. Rather, it is the highest form of stupidity, right? To not analyze the outcomes of your decision and just believe that I'm an intelligent person, I will make it. In fact, it is the opposite, right? If I'm really intelligent, I will be humble and I will always analyze the outcomes of my decision and I will recalibrate my level of intelligence as per me, isn't it? But no, I don't look at the outcomes. I make decisions and I don't look at the outcomes, and I am somehow intelligent and I will make it. So that is an energy leakage number one in my thought, right? That I have time, which is procrastination, and I am smart, which is a delusion, isn't it? Maybe I'm smart, maybe I'm not, but that's not the point. The point is consistency, right? There, even if someone is talented but he does not apply himself, what is his talent of any use? Nothing. So if I am smart, it's a good thing. Then if I apply myself, maybe I reach my goal faster. But even if I'm not smart and apply myself, I will still reach my goal, right? So that is leakage one, which is I have time and I am smart. So that is energy leakage in my thought, right? Now energy leakage in my habit. I started smoking when I got into college. In second year, at 18 years of age, I started smoking. It was at the beginning harmless. It was more of an adventure. It was more of a rebellion, isn't it? It was you solidifying your friendship with your friend through shared habits and whatnot. 12 years down the line, at age 30, I still smoke. Do I like it? Most of the times I don't. I maybe like first cigarette of the day and that is it. But do I stop at the first cigarette? Not at all. Do I plan to stop it? Of course. Have I been successful yet? Not at all. And still I will keep on believing that I am intelligent even though my plans never work. How funny, isn't it, right? So that is energy leakage number two in my habits, habit of smoking. You must be having you may be having a different energy leakage in terms of your habits. Maybe you scroll Instagram a lot. Maybe maybe you overindulge in eating, right? Maybe you drink, maybe you are just passive, like you don't exercise, you don't nourish your mind with reading and all, right? You don't nourish your soul with a creative pursuit, right? So simple passivity, or it could be anything which is not making you productive, which is not making your life compound, right? I spoke of this thing in my previous video, that one must treat his time or her time as investment capital rather than money to spend, isn't it? So this is energy leakage number two in habits. For me, it is smoking, and it drains me physically, it drains me financially. More importantly, it drains me energetically. Whatever I have dreamt of, whatever I have decided to do, and I'm not doing it because let's go for a cigarette break 5 to 10 times a day, and then because of that maybe I have health issues from time to time, and that consumes my 2 to 3 days of productivity. So that is something that started harmless, and I have not been able to control it ever since I have wanted to, right? So that is energy leakage in terms of my habit. Whatever it is yours, scrolling, overindulging in eating, drinking, being passive, like not exercising, like not reading, right? Like not creating. In my eyes, not creating is the biggest form of passivity. One must create in order to nourish his soul. That's just my opinion. So, two leakages we discussed. Number one is leakage, energy leakage in thought. But for me, it is like I have time and I'm intelligent, I'll make it. Second is energy leakage in habits, which is for me, it is smoking, right? Now, energy leakage in action or a relationship, for me, it is women. My relationship with women has never been healthy, right? And what happens when your relationship with women is not healthy? You, on one hand, pedestalize them, making their lives uncomfortable because of your stupid fantasies, right? On the other hand, you treat them like objects. It's never one sided. The coin is always two sided, right? Whenever you will pedestalize a woman, you will always treat that woman as object as well, isn't it? I'm just not able to see them as normal humans just like me, and that's where all the problem lies. And because of that, because I pedestalize women, what happens is wherever I go to market for 5 minutes, I'm in a metro for 30 minutes, or I'm in my office for 9 hours, whatever it is. Wherever I have women around, I'm not I am no longer myself anymore, because for me those are the sources of dopamine hits, right? Those are not the normal human beings for me, isn't it? Those are something special, something to be cherished, something to pedestalize, or something to um, something to objectify, isn't it? And whatever extreme I put the women on, positive or negative, that give me dopamine hit. And I no longer remain myself. I no longer function the way I should be functioning normally. So that is energy leakage number three in terms of actions or relationships. So unhealthy relationship with women is been an energy leakage for me, right? Now, why we speaking of energy leakage? Because guys, you have got a dream. You have got to protect it. No, you have got one life, and what is life? It's just some time that's allotted, isn't it? And time is something that you cannot buy. How much you earn, you cannot buy your time back. So one must be extremely jealous of his or her time. And I got this insight a few days back that one must treat the time as investment capital, just like we treat our money once we get financially disciplined as investment capital, and instead of spending it on instant gratification, we invest it on long term returns, isn't it? We say we invest and whatnot, but money is something that that is just a physical manifestation of what's inside, isn't it? If you are well sorted from within, you will have money in your life. No big deal. If your inner system is not at the right place, you will not have that much money. You'll be miserable, you will be broke and poor. The money is a physical manifestation of actual thing, which is time. Instead of focusing much on money, we should start focusing on time, which is actually scarce. Money can be printed, money can be this and that. Money can be borrowed. You cannot borrow your time, right? You cannot lend your time, you cannot borrow the time. Your time is your time, and it is limited, and it is the ultimate investment capital that you have. Whatever it is that you do, when you come back from office, when you come back from school, college, when you come back from your business, whatever time you have, do you spend that time to compound your life, or do you spend your time in short term gratification? Even if I am watching something on YouTube, am I watching short form 15 seconds shorts on YouTube, or am I watching 30 minutes of a dedicated learning video, right? I'm still consuming. We live in a techno social society. We cannot escape technology, so we will have to learn. we will learn to. We should learn. We'll have to learn to have healthy relationship with technology instead of using it for cheap pleasure. So why not use it for learning something that will compound our life, which will make our life easier in long run, right? So when you come from wherever you come, where is it that your time goes? Most of our time goes in social media, this and that. So are you passively just consuming content, or are you creating? And once you get into this creator mindset, then your consumption also changes. Then you don't consume just for the sake of consuming, you consume for the sake of learning, so that you can create better, because now you are in that mindset. You are from the consumer mindset to creator mindset. And guys, creators run the world, it is as simple as that. And 99.9% people are consumers, and 99.9% people are not wealthy. Isn't that a very direct correlation? So there are two things, correlation and causation, right? So correlation is a person who is a creator is a person who is wealthy. So most of the creators you will find are wealthiest people. Creators as in the one who create business, the one who create music, the one who create experience in terms of sports and all, the one who creates content. So the ones who create are the ones who are most wealthy, that we can see, that we can correlate. So that is correlation. Now causation is does their creative streak has anything to do with their wealth? Maybe, maybe not. Who cares? Correlation is not always equal to causation. We are not going there, but at least we can see the correlation, right? 99.9% are consumers, 99.9% are not wealthy. That's a direct correlation there. Start creating, guys. And once you, it is so simple. Once you get in a creative mindset, what happens is your relationship with consumption changes. You don't consume just for short term gratification, you consume for learning. And once you start creating, no, then you get a lot of insights. This insight that I have gotten, that time must be used as investment capital, has come only after me getting into this creator mindset. I should be using social media to learn, not to mindlessly consume, is I have gotten only after gotten myself into creator mindset. all these all these energy leakages that we spoke of, right? Procrastination, delusion, smoking, women, all these energy leakages. And by the way, this women, I am not saying they are evil, it's my wrong relationship with them. They are humans just like me. I have thought of them as something else. It's not them, it's me, guys. Right? The one who start blaming others has not even begun his journey. The one who start blaming himself is at least halfway through. And then there's a later and final stage. We'll talk of it sometime later. So me speaking of energy leakages is how do I come about thinking it? Because now I'm the creator mindset. When I'm trying to build something, when I'm trying to create a legacy, an empire, I have to have full focus and energy and concentration, isn't it? And how will I have it if I have energy leakages? If I have if I have many things to focus on, right? So this creator mindset will change your life drastically. It will change your consumption, it will change your thinking pattern, it will make you aware where your time goes. Most of people, first of all, are not financially literate. They don't even care where their money goes until they are in marriage or something, right? And and then at most people get financially literate, people get conscious of where their money is going. And then comes the later stage where people become aware of where is their time going. And that is extremely important. With time used right, you can earn so much that you cannot even imagine. So thinking of money is is still a short term thinking. Thinking about time, where your time goes, is it going to create something, is it going in something that will create value many folds, and the value will compound over time. If your time is going in that pursuit, then it's time well spent. If it's going into partying on Saturdays and Sundays rather than focusing, giving 2 to 4 dedicated hours on Sundays learning something, and learning it for 6 months, 1 month, 2 years, 3 years, and that will give you extreme leverage for the rest of your lives. Are you spending your time like that, or are you spending your time like this? And we have all spent our times like this in short term gratification. What has it gotten us? What has it gotten me? Nothing. At the age of 30, I work a stupid job which I don't like, which I hate, but I have to do it because it pays my bills and I have no other option. At the age of 30, where I could have had many skills, I went to a college which had so many facilities, so many clubs, so many nice courses, advanced courses on machine learning, deep learning, courses on literature, courses on writing, courses on personality development, so many clubs, so many sporting facilities, so much to learn, and that would have multiplied many folds in these last 12 years. Did I learn anything of it? Not at all. Am I proud of that fact? No. Am I regretful? No. That is one thing, that is one trap one should never fall into. Regret. Regret simply means you are wasting your present again. Earlier you wasted your time thinking of short term gratification. Now you are wasting your time thinking of what you could have done. No, don't do that. In Zen wisdom, there is this saying: no guilt, no regret, which is associated with the past, no fear, which is associated with the future, only fire, only present, only you and your dream and your action right now, guys. start start applying yourself, start treating your time as investment capital, start learning, so that you become free of your petty jobs. I know 99.9% guys don't want to do their jobs at least lifelong. They may not be minding doing it right now, but they don't want to do it lifelong. And the way to freedom is when you have something which is which is creative in nature, which you like doing and which is of value to others, and which is something that compounds over time. So this digital product, this compounds over time. I record a video now, it is stays in internet forever, for eternity. It just cannot be deleted, and people will watch the video, and it will help them in their lives, and it will help in wealth creation for me, for lifelong. So that's a power, that's a beauty of internet plus social media. Let's use it positively, guys. Let's use it positively. Let's have a positive relationship with social media and internet. That's the thing. We never have a positive relationship with anything, with our time, with our habits, with our thoughts, with our closed ones. We never have positive relationship with anything and anyone, and that shows in our relationship with internet and social media. We have negative relation with this thing as well. And how I say it, the way I say it is you have to get into the creator mindset, that enough of consuming, I will start creating. Anyway, you're not gonna create 24 hours, right? You still have your job which takes 9 to 10 or to 11 hours. You still have other things to do, but you start giving 30 to 60 minutes, 90 minutes to your creative pursuit, and relentlessly, without thinking of short term gratification as to how much success did I get in one day, in 30 days, in 90 days, those stupid videos, be transformed in 90 days. No, you have to be in this for long term. You have to be in this for at least 3 years. Whatever it is that you are starting, you have to be in this for 3 years at least, and then you will start seeing the fruits of your labor. Then maybe you can leave your job forever and start focusing on this full time, right? You cannot just be focusing on this for 30 minutes for 3 months and say that nothing happened. Of course nothing will happen. You are a fool if you think that life will change. Have you ever given yourself to something for considerable amount of time? Any relationship with any skill building, relationship with person, relationship with anything else? The most important relationship one have is with oneself. And if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be happy, those are directly correlated, wealthy and happiness. If you want to be wealthy and happy, you have to start focusing on yourself more than your job. You have to work harder on yourself than your job. We all work hard on our jobs. We never work on ourselves. We never work on building our life that we want to have. We want to have certain life. How much time did you give towards it today? Even 30 minutes is very good. Did you give that much? I am giving it consciously, and I will keep giving it for next 3 years, and I will not stop there on. These 3 years is for me building discipline, and then the next phase would be the remaining period of my life, my entire life, to build mastery. Mastery does not happen in 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. In 3 years, you build mere discipline. That is all. And guess what? The world we live in, which is extremely undisciplined, which is extremely focused on short-term gratification, that even giving 3 years to some discipline, to build discipline, will put you ahead of 99.9% of the population. And if you are creating something in those 3 years with discipline, you will be wealthy. You are bound to be wealthy. Have dreams. You are worthy of having a good life. Or you are worthy of abundance. Why are we keeping ourselves in shackles, even mentally? Why can't we dream big? When creators from abroad, when creators from US are using the platforms to earn billions, not millions, billions, why can't we do that? Isn't that slavery? We may be politically free, we are not intellectually free. We are still think we are somehow beneath others. They can do it, we cannot do it. We are the biggest market in the world, guys. Every company, every country, every corporation is rushing towards our country so that they can make few bucks. Why don't we start creating? You need only 1000 persons to build a successful business. Only 1000%. Don't be thinking ki I'll have to have millions, I'll have to have so and so numbers that I'll make money. No. You only have to have 1000 people, 1000 loyal subscribers, and that is it. You can earn well. Believe me. Start creating, guys. You have consumed enough. You are made in the image of God. He is the ultimate creator. He wants you to be creator as well. Start creating. Enough of consumption. When you start, it's not about creating. It's not about building business. It's not about money. Don't be thinking along those lines. It is what happens. It is who you become along the process. You become aware of so many things. You become aware of where your time goes. What are your habits that drains you? What are the relationships that keeps you at bay from success? You become aware of about yourself. It is never what do you get out of something. It is always who you become along. True nourishment lies in creative pursuit, guys. How much gym you do, how much reading you do, how much 10,000 steps you do, those are good, but up to certain extent. If you are not creating, you anyway create, right? We all are creators. You create value in your jobs. You do 9-10 hour jobs, you create some value and you get money in exchange. Why not create for yourself? Until and unless you create for yourself, your soul will always be malnourished. The ultimate nourishment for soul is when you start creating. Naval Ravikant, as I've earlier mentioned as well, the tech entrepreneur from US, envisions of a world where we have 8 billion creators instead of 8 billion consumers. We all are interested in something. Now you must be thinking how we all can be creators. We all are creators, no? We all create our lives consciously or subconsciously. We, we all are interested in something. We all are good at something. It's just that we have not been persistent towards anything. Give yourself 2 to 3 years towards anything that you are interested in. And don't be waiting that once I complete the 3 year mark, then I will start creating. Start creating, and those things will run parallelly. Creation and learning. Those things will compound, those things will help each other grow faster as well. Because applied learning is always better than mere learning, right? We all are good at certain things. Even if we are not good at, we are interested in at least one thing in our life, isn't it? Take that thing, start speaking about it, start learning about it, and in the process, in 3 years, you will be ahead of 99.9% of the people in that particular thing. That's how easy it is. We are anyway going to give 40 years of our lives building someone else's dreams, building our employer's dream. Why don't give 3 years for our own dream? I'll tell you why. Because we don't dream. We are like dreaming is somehow bad. Dreaming is something that I don't deserve. We are so conditioned to do our jobs very well, to pay our bills, to pay our EMIs and in time, that we don't even think that we are deserving of abundance. With this, I'll stop. I'll leave you with this thought. Try creating and see the change within. If you feel certain changes within after you tap into creator mindset, then this video is a success, and it is bound to happen. This is what happens. This is the rule of law. This is the rule of nature. This is the law of God. This is what happens. We are anyways creators, but we are creating someone else's dream, someone else's life. Start creating for yourself. Give 30 minutes a day for your own dreams and see how your life turns around. Thank you, guys.